Alright, first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders that do rule by that great millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akim, all their pushing his gospel in sincerity and truth. Shalom to the humble and sincere sister out there as well. This lesson will be entitled Setting Aside Time and Being Diligent. Alright, and I look up the definition of the word diligent. It means showing care in one's duties. Right? And for us that are part of this body, we know what is our duties. To preach the word, be instant in season, out of season, to constantly endure and abound in the faith, to seek out our salvation in fear and trembling, make our calling for election sure, to teach the sheep, and to be made, at least strive to be made in the image of our Lord. Right? To keep the law, statutes, and commandments in faith. Right? We know our duties. We know our purpose. Right? To overcome this world, overcome this flesh. That is our main priority. That's the reason why we are alive. Lord willing, we are the elect. Right? The reason we are on the earth right now is to fulfill those things that were written. Right? You read in 2nd Ezra chapter 2, those that will be crowned and those that put off the mortal clothing, right? If we are part of the elect, then we are the ones that were seen from before time. That would be crowned with that crown of life and would be redeemed from this destruction to come. Right? So we ought to be diligent and set aside time unto the Lord. Right? The same way, because that is what life is. You're taking up time basically, right? You go to work, for your 7-8 hour shift, whatever the case is, right? You have to work, for your system, right? You'll take time aside to spend with your family. You'll take time aside for entertainment purposes. You like to watch movies or series, anime. You like to play game, exercise, drink, whatever, right? And the same way you have the ability to set aside time for all those things, you need to set aside time for the Lord. It don't have to be 10 hours. Today you do readings, and you maybe watch a video. Tomorrow you watch the apostles and them, street teaching, the preaching, doing the works, right? Today, the next day look over some of your old notes, right? Get back good in the breakdowns, recite it in your mind, different things. Study to show thyself approved, and just work in the scriptures. Hit it on from all angles, right? Yeah, you could focus on a certain topic, a certain breakdown today, you do a different one tomorrow, right? But you're constantly always abound in the faith, and be better than you was yesterday. Because you have to grow in this thing, you can't stay dormant, right? You have to flow, right? That flow in waters, you have to keep moving that machine. You understand? You ain't want to be a sluggard, you ain't want to be lazy, right? He say if you lukewarm, he will spew you out. So yeah, you have this truth, but it don't stop there. You can't just say, well, alright, yeah, I know as an Israelite, I know the Lord's name, His Son's name, I know what to do with it. That is a day. And you're basically going back into the world, you're bringing forth no good fruits. That is not what a true worshipper looks like. You understand? Look at the apostles of old, Apostle Paul and Apostle Peter and all of them. They were devout, diligent men that went about doing the Lord's work constantly, right? And they were scoffed at and beaten and chastised, and they took all that pain cheerfully, right? They were strong men in the Lord, and we ought to be like that. You understand? You can't let 4 months pass or 2 months pass and you ain't do anything. Right? It'll be as if you're just like these jigs out there that they say the Mosai and they ain't doing nothing. Or these so-called Israelites out there, that say they have the faith and they don't do anything at all whatsoever towards the faith and towards the ministry and the workings of the Lord. Right? Months pass by, you will do the works. 2-3 months pass by, you will bring out a video. And where's your excuse? Don't have an excuse. You understand? Remember, you are to overcome the desires of the flesh. All things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. You take something like playing video games or watching movies. You ain't breaking no laws by watching a series or playing your favorite video game. But you really gonna take an entire day and play games and watch movies and then give the Lord not even a minute of your time for that day? After what Yahushua went through for you? Yahushua gave his life. You can't get 1 hour in a day? 2 hours in a day? Right in the book of James, chapter 1, verse 22. It say, "But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word, and not a doer." So like, yeah. Start back over verse 22. "But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word, and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass." You understand? You have to be a doer, right? Bring forth works. Works very important. That is what faith is, right? That your works is you showing your faith to the Lord. You understand? And if you ain't bringing forth no works, that means you really ain't have no faith. Because it's not like you waiting on Yahweh B'Ashem Yahushai. Right? You really not diligently waiting on the Lord. Right? When the scriptures say, seek out thy salvation in fear and trembling, and make your calling for election sure. Yeah, you're hearing that, and you're a hearer of the word. But you doing anything to make your calling for election sure? Right? And it's not just about you sitting down and you're watching a video, our brother make the apostles make you just watch a video and that's the idea. You need to be abounding in the faith, in the works. Right? No, you ain't gonna be over righteous. Because it is impossible to even be over righteous. You're eating defiled bread among the heathen, you're living in a wicked kingdom. So you can't be over righteous in the first place. But you need to create that balance to where the Lord has his time, and then you have time, for your entertainment and for your work and whatever the case is. Right? Like for me, example, if I on work and I have nothing to do, I might try to read out a book. Whether it be a First Peter or First Corinthians, or whatever. I just try to read out a book or read some Psalms on work. For my lunchtime, I might try to plot down 2 videos, because I know that when I reach home, I might be too tired and pay it off. So I think beforehand and plot down 2 videos, so I'll do it. Right? You gotta use your mind. You gotta have a certain mindset about this thing, because there's a war. And the excuse not going on constantly be but them demons taking my boy thing. Nah, that shit will get old. You understand? Yahushua, when demons was taking and he was feeling anxiety, the Lord didn't give in. He became that living sacrifice, a lamb without blemish, and died for the sins of Israel. And you saying, hey, these demons by thing, and can bring out a video, for the Lord. and put in the work. Right? If the Lord gave us this truth for a reason, right? He gave us it to hide it away. We were made to be shining like a light in darkness, and to spread this truth in all faith and belief that we will be rewarded, and not slack it, that we would be forgiven, and that His mercy and grace would shine upon us, right? And that He would acknowledge our labors of love. But you have to do the will. You have to do something, right? It have nothing. Everything in life you have to work for, right? You have to put in work to achieve things, right? Now we know, as the scriptures say, is not of works, right? Lest any man should boast. And you have to have understanding as well, because at the end of the day, all fall short of the glory, and if it really was of works, then all of us deserve death, right? The wages of sin is death, and all of us transgress the law, so all of us are worthy unto death, But the key thing is faith. But faith without works is dead, and you're supposed to show your faith through your works, right? Because anybody could not eat pork. Anybody could get circumcised. So look, it had Jakes out there that circumcised. Do you think they're gonna be saved because they're circumcised? No. You think they're gonna be saved because they don't wear mixed clothing? Where's the word? Mixed materials and things? No. If it's true faith in Yahushua, we will be saved, right? But by having faith in Yahushua, that spirit would cause you to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, because the scriptures say in Romans 3 and 31, it said, do we then make void the law through faith? Yahweh forbid, yea, we establish the law. And if you have faith in these words, and you have faith in Yahushua, then you would keep the law, statutes, and commandments as He did, right? So you need works. You understand? But it's not the works in itself that are going to save you. It's the thing that cause you, that compel you to do the works. And the thing that compels you is the faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Right? You go to the book of Matthew chapter 6 verse 21. It says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Right? And this is one of my favorite precepts, because it's so to the point, and it is like it have a deep meaning to it, right? Because everybody on this earth we search, right, for our treasure, right, for our desires. You understand? All things have desires. Even the animals and them have desires, right? That is the thing that causes you to move. Right? If you're hungry, it's because you have a desire to eat. You're tired, it's because you have a desire to sleep. You understand? So where your treasure is, the things that you desire, wherever that is where your heart, that is where your mind would be focused on. And if you studying to make money, or studying to establish houses, or studying to get the most wives, or studying to play game and watch movie and sleep all day, if that is what you want, and that is what you be doing, and that is all on your mind, then your heart is not in Yahushai, and that your treasure is not on high. Your treasure is on this place, in this world, this temporal world. But if your treasure is in the heavens, right? If your treasure is coming with the Lord Yahushai, that is where your mindset will be. That is where you will be focused on. And it's simple as that, right? If you really have faith in the Lord, then you would love the Lord with all your heart and soul and might, and your mindset, right, would be towards Him. But if all you care about is temporal things, then your heart would be focused on acquiring those temporal things rather than on the Lord. Right? The definition is to show care in one's duties. Right? And our duties is to serve the Lord and to do His will and to believe in His Son. That's our main priority in this thing. And yeah, demons will come and attack in various ways. You know you have to do, you tell yourself I'll go do the video tomorrow morning, and then something come up and you completely forget about it. And then when you reach back home, whatever the case is, and it's time to do it, you put it off again tomorrow, and then the next day. Right? And as good as that feeling that you putting off the work, you know, that is Satan. That is the spiritual demon Satan causing you to feel pleasure. Because remember, this flesh only studying carnal things in it. The flesh don't care if you bring out a video or if you go out and do the works. All the flesh care about is carnal things. So this spiritual demon Satan will use your flesh, you know, and say, yeah, boy, do it tomorrow, I'm real tired, and make you choose sleep or choose to watch some shippiness on TikTok or YouTube or whatever, rather than do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. No, you go in and allow them spirits to continue to take your mind every single time and lose every single battle. If you faint in the face and the day of adversity, thy strength is small. So is your strength small? You understand? There's a war, and people, you can't see the war because it's not against flesh and blood. It's a spiritual war, a war with the mind. Flesh versus the spirit. And you are to continue to feed your spirit and make that spiritual true side of you stronger than this wicked flesh. Book of Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 22 would say, for if ye shall diligently keep all those commandments which I command you, to do them, to love the Lord your power, to walk in all His ways, and to cleave unto Him, then will the Lord drive out all these nations from before you, and ye shall possess greater nations and mightier than yourselves. Every place whereon the soles of your feet shall tread shall be yours, from the wilderness and Lebanon, from the river Euphrates, even unto the uttermost sea shall your coast be. There shall no man be able to stand before you, for the Lord your power shall lay the fear of you, and the dread of you upon all the land that ye shall tread upon, as He hath said unto you. You understand? Diligently keep these commandments which He commanded us to keep. And what is diligence? Showing care in one's duties, hardworking, studious, persistent, dedicated. That is the mindset that is needed to receive salvation and to press towards the mark. Is either or. It's literally either or. You gonna do the work, you're going and study, you're gonna, do something to build your spirit, or you can play game, or you can watch movie, or you're going and waste time. It's simple as that. It's either or. Right? Look at our apostles and elders, for example. How is it that you can bring out 2 videos a week, and these men bringing out videos every single day and doing the works in summer, in spring, in autumn, in winter? If they're sick, no, it don't matter. And hey, you supposed to take example from that. And not be dormant, but actually strive to be greater. You understand? I always liken a mortal life to filling a bottomless well. And you would never truly be satisfied in this flesh. Right? Use the analogy towards this truth. Never be satisfied with where you are right now. It still have plenty things that you could learn. It still have plenty ways in which you could improve and grow stronger. You understand? Your sword could still be sharper, right? There's still new techniques for you to learn, right? And that's how you had to treat this truth. I'm going to go to the book of 2 Peter 3 verse 14. It says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. You understand? And account that the long suffering of our Lord is salvation. Be diligent that you may be found of him in what? In peace. Hard work pays off, right? You work hard now and you suffer now to reap the benefits and joy later. You know? Not be lazy now to reap destruction later, but be diligent now. Be diligent in your studies. Be diligent in your works. Be diligent in your videos. Be diligent in praying and fasting. Be diligent in readings. Be diligent in reading over the breakdowns. Be diligent in learning new precepts, in new topics. And you're not doing it in vanity. You're not doing it for works. You're doing it because of the faith that is within you for Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. You're doing it as an act of faith, an act of love and fear towards your power. You understand? And that is the key thing that the Pharisees and them fail to understand. Even Paul said it himself. Right? He was a man of the law. He knew all the laws, you understand? But the key thing that Israel forgot was that the law is not the thing that brought them out of the land of Egypt. Yahweh brought them out of the land of Egypt. So when we keep the laws, we keep it because of our Lord Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, to show our faithfulness, to show our love and fear for our power. Abraham didn't move through works. He moved because of the faith and fear that he had in his power. Noah didn't build the ark because of vain works. He built it because of that fear and faith he had and trust that he had in his power. You understand? Same with Yahushai. When Yahushai felt fear and he asked the Lord to remove that cup, the reason he picked himself up and carried on his mission was because of his dedication, his fear, because of his love and his faith in his Father. Right? And that is why faith is the key. Faith in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai is the key. So yeah, we bringing forth works. So as the scripture say, bring forth fruits meet for repentance. You need to show your faith. Because faith, saying I believe, is not faith. Right? Saying I believe and doing absolutely nothing is not faith. But is that vain, that dead, that void. Faith without works is dead, that shit void. But a man that says he has faith and does things to show and prove his faith is perfect, his faith is true. You understand? Yeah, and so like careful, going off topic. But that is what it's about. Being diligent and setting aside time. That's the only way you can't expect to do nothing like these Christians out there expect to do nothing and receive all things. It wouldn't work like that. You had to put in work. You understand? Book of Ephesians chapter 5 verse 5, and I'll close off. It says, "For this ye know, that no whoremonger, no unclean person, no covetous man who is an idolater hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Mashiach and of Yahweh. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of Yahweh upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them. For ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord." You understand? This way is about. You say wrath will come unto the children of disobedience. They'll be disobedient unto the Lord. The Lord requires, if He requires you to be instant, if He requires you to be hot, if He requires you to preach this word, if He requires you to have faith, right? And bring forth them fruits meet for repentance and do the first works. If He requires these things from you, be obedient unto Him. Right? We were chosen to preach the word. Right? Lord willing, we are the elect. We were chosen to preach this word. Hence the reason we do it. You understand? Because we fear the Lord and we have faith in Him. So we preach this word. But you can't be a half prophet and preach once per month or one video every 2 months. Look within the scriptures and look at the prophets of old. None of them took breaks, you understand, and vacations. They did the will of the Lord unto the end, unto death. Scripture says, strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. You understand? Second Timothy chapter 2. Second Timothy chapter 4 verse 7. It says, "I have fought a good fight, I have finished my course, I have kept the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord the righteous judge shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love His appearing. Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me." And with that, I hope this lesson was edifying, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Makakodash. Shalom.